There you go.
Thank you, Dino, for deciding to host the roast of somebody who is very clearly going to become you in 15 years.
He's finding the 250 pounds I lost. That's fine.
Dino calls himself the genetic marvel because despite being over 500 pounds at points in his life, he managed to not have man boobs. That's not why he's the genetic marvel. Dino, the marvel is how the hell did your arteries not manage to explode?
I'm a wizard, baby.
Dino's a lot lighter these days, having lost over 200 pounds. So now he's approaching my weight. Look, Dino, if you're going to crib my style, the least you can do is have a seizure so that we can be epilepsy buddies.
Oh my God.
It's not for lack of trying.
Dino's Greek and has an Asian wife named Victoria. It's a played out trope, having the schlubby husband and the hot wife. Usually she's staying with him for the money. What I don't understand is that Dino has no money. You literally build Legos in your basement all day and then read Marcus Aurelius like you're contributing to society. At least Socrates made strides in philosophy while not making any money. The least you could do is write your own shit. But seriously, for the only man I met during the pandemic that doesn't involve guzzling cum, you have been a great friend and co-host. And I hope Kyla Petrila doesn't kill you in a fate of rage someday.
It'll be like Godzilla versus King Kong, though. That'll be great.
Yeah, we should film that. Like, make that the next event.
Yeah. Ruby Red, it's nice to meet you, Ruby. I like how your name makes you sound like the strapped name for the girl in The Fifth Element. But somehow you managed to look like the porn parody of The Fifth Element. Ruby Red in The Sixth Element. It's cum. Cum is the sixth element. From what I heard about you from Dino, you beat up little people. But if you're going to save our planet by firing spooge at a giant asteroid, I say you get a pass. Speaking of asteroid spooge, Kyle Petrila. You met Dino while you were both working at a haunted house. And for context, these guys are both over 6 feet tall and have an insatiable need to consume the flesh of small children. Talk about putting a hat on a hat, guys.
I mean, I was born for it. That's, yeah. It's accurate.
Kyle also helped Dino through his first mushroom trip. Guys, if you're going to become a stereotype, at least be better at hiding it. The only way this gay relationship gets any more cliche is if Kyle and Dino end up being roommates after Victoria ends their lavender marriage. Queen Fee, I haven't met you either. From what I've seen from your social media, you're pretty into fitness. You look like the fun English teacher who gets her class to read The Bluest Eye by Toni Morrison and then tells them to have a great summer afterwards. Why are you even here? We're all a bunch of schlubby white people, and Dino's the hot one. You have 7 kids? Did you see Cheaper by the Dozen and think, I'm going to do that? Get halfway through and think, I'm good. If you're here roasting other people on this panel, and then we know you got fired from interacting children, how is that even possible? You had 7 chances to get it right. Jeez. Speaking of hating children, Killeen. Killeen Griffin is a great friend of ours. Killeen, my name is Atlas. How is it that I've met someone whose name is even more stupid than mine is? Your name sounds normal, but it's spelled like it should be cartoon sound effects. Killeen! Killeen is pretty solidly Gen X. Every time I see your posts on social media, Killeen, you sound like Grandpa Simpson if he got a sex change operation. You look like a rat king of every Karen, and somehow you were even late to this roast. That was already late. We're going to start calling it Karen time if that's how it's going to be.
Oh.
For real though, you've been a wonderful guest on Generation Dan. You're a wonderful person and friend. Killeen, I know that if I have a seizure, I can count on you to knock me upside the head. Helpful. Now for the man of the hour, Clayton. Cole's got a baby mama. He's got a child out of wedlock. He's got a username Sniffing Glue 22. My man, you're trying way too hard here. The only way you would get more obviously redneck is if you use Mountain Dew as a lube.
Good idea.
Never mind that. All right, that's good. Cole graduated high school in 2011, the year No Child Left Behind was repealed in the United States. How is it someone so dumb that the government was like, Cole Clayton graduated? Okay, we can't keep that shit around. That's got to go.
That's accurate.
Cole, if somebody wrote a book about your life that you wouldn't know how to read anyway, it'd be called Hillbilly TikTok. Credit where it's due, though, it's probably better than Hillbilly Elegy was. Cole is who I could have been if my parents didn't love me enough to use me as a pawn in divorce court, I think. You look like you congealed in a gutter somewhere specifically for the purpose of taking forever to put your order in at Popeyes.
Jesus Christ.
Cole and I did some shows together when I went up to Cleveland. He's the only person I know who gets thousands of views on TikTok, but can't keep an audience captive for longer than 30 seconds. Oh, I get it. Okay. Cole, for somebody who I've known since the world fell apart, you know how to roll with the punches. You inspire me to be a better content creator, Dino to be a better chef on Hammered and Cheese, and your baby mama to one day drive a railroad spike through your chest. Happy birthday, my man. Good night, everybody.